Welcome back. If you're buying a home inspection is a must. But what happens during these visits? Missy Butcham is the owner of HomeWire Realty and Cell 911, and Dennis Nutting is with All City Home Inspections. Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to you. It's great to see both of you. I'm sure you both have really solid opinions on what makes a good home inspection.
Oh, for sure. That's why I have Dennis here with me today.
Yeah, no, if you're very detailed when you're going through it, that makes all the difference for the home buyers themselves.
I would love to know, Dennis, what you're looking for. So when you walk through a house, just give us a few points as a general rule, what kinds of things you're trying to spot.
Basically, you're going to do the outside of the house, and you're looking for anything where you have grading settlement or areas where water can come into the basement. And then when you get in the basement, you're going to verify that by looking at the foundation wall, looking at any plaster as if the roof is leaking, stuff like that, because you'll see that there, and it'll bring you to the spots that are in the house itself. So you're able to detail that out on the report, show it, and then let the realtor know that this is a major concern, and those are things that she'll have to get with the buyer, and then make whatever arrangements they have to take care of that problem.
Dennis is one of the few inspectors I know that actually goes up on the roof. So he'll get his ladder out, he goes on top of the roof, sees what's going on, takes lots and lots of pictures, because most of us don't go up there and look. I mean, I have nothing to do with going on a roof.
Me either. But that sounds so important, doesn't it, Missy? And it's also an expensive job.
Right. Oh, right. We want to look at the main things in an inspection: roof, windows, basement,
Chimney.
chimney.
Yeah.
Chimney pops up a lot. He also pops his head up in the attic, because most of us don't do that. You could be living in a house for 20 years, and all of a sudden you're selling it, and you see you have an inspection, and they pop their head up in the roof, and they see discoloration. We can't call it mold, but that's found too, and then we have to go get an expert to look into further with those things.
What kinds of things are you not looking at?
Things that I don't look at are like any resident has like wells, septic, security systems. That's not part of our preview. The state gives you a set of standards that you have to follow. Typically, most of the inspectors are usually above what the standards the state is calling for. So there is some crossover on some of that, but typically, well and septic, that's done by a licensed DNR pump and well contractor. So that stuff we look to note that it's there, but we don't inspect it.
Yeah, we usually bring in someone else for the well and septic.
That makes sense. And I wonder, Missy, about your role as a realtor. What role do you play during the inspection process?
So I try to attend almost all my inspections, and I always encourage the buyer to go as well. And I'm there for interpretation, communication about what's going on, kind of connecting the dots for the buyers or the sellers. I'm usually with the buyer for the inspection. And then I'm going to go back. We're going to take the things that we're mostly concerned about, because I mean, every home, even if it's a brand new home, is going to have some issues. So I'm going to have a discussion with my buyers, and then I'm going to go back to the seller's agent with these issues that are the most concerning to them. And I try to break it down to them as to what's the most important, what's the safety issues. Dennis does a great job on his report pointing out the most important things too. That he finds. So I'm there for interpretation and for negotiating, so that I can get those repairs done for the new home buyer.
I'm sure that's key, that prioritizing, as you mentioned, of what repairs, if there are some suggested or if there are some problems that are found, which ones are most important. And then your role then in negotiating those repairs between the buyer and the seller, because I imagine in many cases, things are discovered that the seller perhaps had no idea were even an issue.
Yes, that happens a lot. And then a big problem too is, people take it personally. It's their home. They've been there for 10, 15, 20 years and they don't think anything's wrong with it. So you have to be real careful on your communication, and be a good negotiator. So when you're looking for a realtor, make sure you're looking for all that.
Do you ever suggest that people waive an inspection?
Good question. With the way the market is, a lot of people are asking me that. I always tell my buyers to protect themselves and do the inspection. It doesn't hurt unless they're super, super savvy and are in construction themselves, or I tell them to do an inspection just to protect everybody so there aren't any issues. But I do, on the seller side, we'll get lots of offers. And obviously, sellers don't want to deal with an inspection or any issues that come up.
Yeah, I totally understand that. It's such an important part of the process. Thank you both. I learned so much in having this chat with you guys. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Molly.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Missy. And to reach Missy, you can call her at 262-227-7064. You can email her. That address is there on your screen, or you can visit online and learn more by going to myteambliss.com. Now, to reach Dennis with All City Home Inspections, you can call this phone number to set up an inspection or get some questions answered, 414-303-5108.